Hello and welcome to UPSC Warriors by Unacademy. This is me, Nandini, your educator for the day, who is here to break down the entire syllabus of science and technology for all of you, just so we can prepare it bit by bit for the purpose of our civil services examination. I have given this particular topic a separate syllabus breakdown because this is very relevant for the purpose of an examination, be it prelims or mains. This particular subject holds a lot of weightage. So let's quickly get started. I would like to begin by telling all of you what all are the sources that we can use because there are a lot of sources that are present in the market. So the sources that can be used are basically NCRT for the very purpose of our basics. NCRT is from 9 to 12th, and as we know in 11th the division occurs. So PCB is something that can be read, that can be considered for the purpose of our examination. Next up, we have a magazine that is explicitly for the purpose of our science and tech, which is down to earth. We have most of the recent developments that are happening in the field of science and tech that can be covered via the means of newspaper. And of course, you do have sessions with me that would simplify this entire process of studying from many of these resources, because I'll make sure that for all of you, I am going to study and make a crux out of whatever is needed for your examination for the purpose of science and tech as a subject. I also want to point out that for anyone who's facing problem here, they can go back to the basics of 6 to 8 because there are terms that overlap. There are terms that are more simply explained in those books. So if you are finding it difficult, it's not a problem. There is nothing to be ashamed of. There is nothing to worry about. You can always go back to the basics. Now discussing about the syllabus in particular. So the syllabus is divided into these particular sections, wherein space tech, nanotech, biotech, defense tech, nuclear tech, emerging tech, clean tech. All of these are a part of your current affairs because all of these developments basically takes place in your current or emerging times. The other thing that we have to discuss with respect to this subject is achievements of India in science and tech, because that is something that is being asked in your prelims examination. And then there is one topic of information and communication technology that basically pertains to talk about internet, communication medium, the gates and all. Next up, we have IPR, which is intellectual property right. That is a major concern for us because recent developments, recent trends are being set in terms of IPR. I think post COVID only there were many IPR that were filed, many patents that were filed, which is why this becomes very relevant because many of the advancements are taking place in all of these sectors, which require a sincere attention and which might turn out to us as a question. Then we have basic concepts of PCB. In this particular, the entire syllabus of PCB exists. So there is cell, there is in chemistry, there is organic chemistry, inorganic chemistry. If we divide it as such, then let's talk about our syllabus first. Then towards the end, we'll discuss about the division of the basics of science. As I said, that achievements are very important for all of us to know. So it's mostly the historical entity that we need to deal with, the contribution that the scientists have made in the past and even in the present. And there are the recent advancements and breakthroughs that are happening. So those are also the achievements of our country. Then the developments and the regulations as to whatever the regulations under which that particular development has taken place. That is something that we need to take care of because law, ethic, the developments, the consideration, the recommendation, these 5 things are those that will never leave us. That will always be there with all the subjects and majorly with science and tech because it pertains to deal with our lives directly. Next up, we have information and communication technology. As I said, it deals with internet and its applications. Basics, again, basics is something that will never leave you for every topic for every topic, its first subtopic that you can think of at all times is basics related to that topic. Then we have cyber security and data protection, digital India initiatives, e-governance, and initiatives related to those projects which are under the ambit of ICT. Then we have space tech. Since there are a lot of advancements taking place in terms of space, be it in terms of ISRO, NASA, be it in terms of your space missions, all of these things are happening. So this particular aspect becomes very important and relevant because again it's current times that we are talking about. So we need to know about the basics. We need to know about our organizations and its missions because sometimes say Mars mission 1 and Mars orbiter mission 2, supposedly if there is some development about MOM2, then there could be a question about MOM1 because that's how the current affairs work. It is going to relate the current issue with the contemporary issue, and that is how it is going to put forth questions. Then we have satellite tech and application space exploration programs that are now and then happening. Then we have remote sensing application which has got its overlap with geography optional subjects, so people who have geography optional might be benefited here. We also have space policy and regulations because that's something that I said that will not leave us. Then we have nanotech. Nanotech, we have basics, nanomaterials, environmental applications, current research, and mostly all the tech aspect is considered via the means of this only. That there are basics, there are recent advancements, and there are certain form of application that is being talked of, and that's pretty much which is related to the tech aspect which are mentioned in specific. If we talk about defense tech, so defense tech is something that is growing every day, so also that also becomes a current as well as contemporary issue that needs to be focused upon, wherein focusing upon the organization again it's important as we had in space tech. Then we have warfare, procurement policies, the law, regulation, and all of those which are related. Then we have nuclear tech, wherein we basically talk about the nuclear power, nuclear energy, nuclear projects. Why is this relevant? Because there are certain advancements that are taking place. Remember that this syllabus division, this syllabus breakup that I am doing is basically in context with and is relevant to whatever is being asked in 2024, and it would move forth as such in 2025 until and unless a major change occurs. Then we have emerging tech, wherein I have mentioned AI, Internet of Things, 3D printing, bioinformatics. There is also e-commerce, then thrift shopping, and everything which consists of new technology which was previously not there. Anything and everything that talks about new tech will come under emerging tech because that is something that we are basically focusing upon as of now. We have clean tech that would majorly be overlapping with your subject of environment and ecology, which again I am taking. So I'll make sure that I break down both the subjects and make it relevant for the viewers, just so they can make sure that they prepare for both of it at the same time. I can of course break down the relevance and make it very subject specific. So that's what my work will be for all of you. Next, we have IPR, wherein we talked about that why it is important, why it is in talks as of now, what are the issues and challenges, the basics, patents, and laws and regulations that presently exist. So that is majorly about IPR. Now, the major aspect of it, as in the previous topics whatsoever we have discussed, that is very specific in nature and nothing out of it. As to whatever I have mentioned, nothing out of it will be asked. But in this basics, in this particular aspect of the paper, the entire ambit of S&T is covered. So we'll quickly divide this. So we have P for physics, we have C for chemistry, and we have B for biology. And in this we have inorganic, organic, and physical that would be there. In this we have zoology, botany, basically that would cater to the entire subject. In physics, we have traditional physics, sometimes also metaphysics, because there are certain developments that takes place in this realm and they cater to the subject of science and tech. Now, You all must be scared after looking at all of this, so it is very easy. In physics chemistry, no numericals. There would be no question related to numericals because this is not a CSAT examination that they want to question your aptitude. The questions will be related to the theoretical part of it, the understanding and conceptual part of it, and same relates to this. The only difference that we have in your university examination, your one-day examination, and UPSC is that they are going to make sure that you know the concept correctly. You have conceptual clarity, you have conceptual correctness. That's what they want to see, and that's why these basics are very important to cover, because the cell biology, the tissue, organ, if you don't know the ABC of a subject, how are you going to make a sentence, a word out of it? Which is why this particular topic is given utmost importance, and these particular topics are basically asked in your prelims examination, which we all know is an examination which is for the purpose of eliminating people. So we need to be very careful about basics part of it, and we need to cover it bit by bit and comprehensively. And that's what we are going to do in the series that I am going to start up with. So we have 5-minute series, 10-minute series. We'll be having one shot for particular topics. We'll be having lectures if at all required. You all can request whatever is wanted from your side. I'll try to cater to your needs as aspirants, as this particular channel, UPSC Warriors, is one-stop destination for all the queries, all the problems of English medium aspirants. I hope that this session is liked by all of you and is beneficial for all of you. And the initiatives that we are taking are again liked by all of you. So if they are catering to what we are intending to give, then please do not hesitate to like, share, comment, and subscribe to our channel. And do press the bell icon so that you know what we are coming up with every now and then. Thank you so much. This is me, Nandini, signing off.